Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. I am Sean Anderson, Most Valuable Podcast, and the upcoming segment is from our full Fast Break podcast that we recorded. And if you do want to check out that full podcast, head over to Blog Talk Radio/The Fast Break. You'll be able to find the full podcast over there. But Dave, let's move on now, and we're going to be talking about winners and losers of the trade deadline. If you're still watching at home, thank you so much. We appreciate it. Tell us your winners and losers down in the comments down below. But Dave, you got to tell us our winners and losers. And first off, who's your winner of the trade deadline or winners of the trade deadline?
I want to say the Rockets right off the bat because I think adding the sixth man of the year is just the smartest move you could make. But Boogie, I mean, to be able to add Boogie
himself.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because he gets the fuck out of Sacramento. Good on you, Boogie. You deserve it. You need a fresh start somewhere. And I know the coach isn't good in New Orleans, and we all know it. But you know what? You get a buddy down low. You get Anthony Davis. It's gonna be fun. You're gonna build up that franchise to be great again. Mm-hmm. Great again. I don't know if you're ever great. Not really.
Hopefully.
Yeah, I think you'll be pretty
New
good
Orleans,
though.
Well, the Hornets weren't terrible.
Nah.
They had Chris Paul. About it.
Thanks, NBA.
But yeah, no, I agree. I think Rockets for sure and Boogie for sure are definitely winners. But I think the biggest winners outside of those two is definitely Dallas. I mean, Dallas was ridiculous. I mean, you get Nerlens Noel for the price you got. I mean, pretty much two first rounders because you get the protection of 1 through 18, and no way is Dallas making the playoffs. It's
record-breaking run through the end of this year.
No. Not going to happen.
No, it's not.
But the addition of Nerlens Noel for 2 second-rounders is ridiculous because now you're getting a guy that's super athletic, hyper-athletic, and now you can pair up Dirk, who's kind of finding a shot now. You have Dirk and Nerlens, who can run a high pick-and-roll set.
If Dirk is in your long-term plan, you're already screwed. I'm sorry.
Well, I'm saying for this year at least.
Okay.
It'll
give you an interesting look.
Yeah, you have Nerlens and Dirk, who Dirk can pop out still and shoot the three, and Nerlens can be that guy running to the basket, and you have a point guard and J.J. Barea, who can be a playmaker, Yogi Ferrell as well, who's been really good.
Yeah.
You lost Darren Williams, but Yogi Ferrell and J.J. Barea.
I'm excited to see more Yogi Ferrell.
Yeah, they've been fantastic. So I think those two, especially now that you can add Nerlens onto your future. So now you have Nerlens, and you have
the right to sign him.
You have most likely will have Nerlens if you re-sign him.
But for how much money?
A lot of money. But he's also been banged up, so it won't be a max.
No.
I don't think we have max.
Well, you never know, Brooklyn.
Yeah, I was about to say, unless the Nets run it up.
We agree podcast.
But yeah, I think Nerlens, he can be a part of your future, along with Harrison Barnes, along with Wesley Matthews. I think this team could be very decent, especially with those three.
Yeah.
You obviously need more pieces, and you'll still have your draft pick. So
I think this was a pretty good exploratory year for them. They kind of figured out what they had moving forward from Dirk. You know, it's not been his greatest retirement tour.
Yeah.
But he may come back next year to get a good one.
Yeah, and one thing too with Dallas, I mean, this is a team that's always going out and get veterans and putting around Dirk. I'm glad that they're actually going out and making moves and making moves for the future. And I think it's great for Dallas. And I think Dallas definitely is a winner from here. Let's talk about the fun stuff. The losers of the trade deadline. Who's your biggest loser from the trade deadline?
Honestly, not going to be a popular one, the Wizards.
Really?
I feel like the Wizards, they did move one of the worst pieces on their team, and they got Bojan.
2 of them, really, Thornton and Nicholson.
Jeez, they both sucked.
Yeah.
They did get Bojan in there, and that will help off the bench. I just feel like they really should have made the effort to get Lou Will, and that price tag that was attached to him was not that high. I think he would have been a better fit for them. So I feel like they kind of whiffed on that. Well, not whiffed because he's still a chucker. He'll still get you points off the bench, and they need bench scoring.
Yeah.
But I just feel like fit-wise, it would have been better for them going forwed.
One thing too, they missed out on PJ Tucker. I mean,
PJ Tucker,
they let him go to the Wizards, and now you have a guy. You let him go to the Raptors, and the Raptors would be one of my winners as well. The Raptors had a fantastic trade deadline getting Serge and PJ Tucker, but
it's true.
Looking at the Wizards, I completely agree with you because I don't think Bogdanovich is going to bring that much where you're going to be able to jump the Raptors or jump the Celtics now. I think,
they're above the Raptors at the moment.
I'm saying more of, in my eyes, talent-wise. I know standing-wise they're better, but the Wizards had some ridiculous hot run where I don't think this is sustainable. Where the Wizards end up, Kelly Oubre. I don't think it's going to be sustainable there. So I look at the Wizards and I think they're definitely a loser here. I think they're going to fall down at least. They're going to get smoked by Boston or Toronto or whatever team they play in the playoffs, or if they have to go play the Cavs, I think they're totally smoked. So I look at the Wizards. I completely agree. It's also hard not to mention the elephant in the room of the Sacramento Clippers.
Yeah. Wait, the Sacramento Clippers? We just make a new team?
Let's ship it. Let's ship the Clippers. Sacramento Kings. Fuck.
Yeah, the Kings. Although early returns are good. are good. You got Willie Cauley-Stein.
And they won a game.
Boogie, you got Willie Cauley-Stein.
And they won a game.
Clearly.
Hey, Kentucky, man. And they won a game, too, with those two. I think the Kings is a clear loser just because you didn't get enough back. Like, we can say that. Whether Sacramento goes to the playoffs this year, they didn't get enough back.
I mean, for every winner, there is a loser. And let's be honest. So, I mean, it's both the Kings and even possibly the 76ers, just because I feel like you're fucking up the process. Like, I feel like Colangelo doesn't have the best idea of what he's doing with all these assets and how to mold this team to the future. I know there's been a lot of public comments about him and about the team going forward and some of their questionable moves. So I think giving up Nerlens for 2-2s when everybody thought that the future of this team was sticking Nerlens next to Embiid, and you've got the best 4-5 up-and-comers in the league. I mean, that would have been pretty crazy. But if you're not going to pay him already, like if you're in your mind going, yeah, we're not going to give him the money, we're not going to match, so why not get some value for him? Like, I can sort of respect that. But 2-2s?
It's
2-2s?
It's rough. I mean, the fact that like they can technically get a first rounder.
No,
it's brutal.
It's 2-2s.
They can technically get a first rounder if Dallas ends up 19. I mean, they can end up getting a first rounder, but it's most likely going to be 2-2s. Yeah. And that's just adding on to your wealth of 2s where you have 14 second rounders in 4 years.
But I'm not super high on him.
Justin Anderson isn't that much.
He's a long-term development.
Out of Virginia, a guy that doesn't have that much athleticism, is kind of slow, and not a lot from Justin Anderson. Maybe he can turn into a 3-and-D guy, but his 3-point shooting isn't that impressive.
It's a development project, maybe.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens there, but I completely agree with you. I think 76ers are losers. I think the Wizards are losers. Kings clearly losers here. But one final winner that I want to throw out there before we get into 76ers. What would you want to say?
I'd just say Bulls. Just toss us in the loser bucket. We don't got the time nor the patience. But if you want to listen to that, go check out Behind the Pen.
Sorry, Ricky. But check out Behind the Pen, and we also talked about it a little bit for the Thunder as well. But the thing is that really sticks out to me, and the biggest winner, the rich get richer, it's the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Without making a move.
Dallas cuts both Andrew Bogut. Well, they trade Andrew Bogut to Philly.
The Sixers cut him.
And the Sixers cut him. And then they cut Darren Williams. And now it's looking like Darren Williams and Andrew Bogut both get signed with the Cavs. You wanted a playmaker. Now you're getting a rim protector as well.
A rim protector with hands, which is valuable.
Cavs get richer. And I think now...
Mark Cuban, just give him a little nod over there.
Well, do you think these two moves can really truly help the Cavs overcome the Warriors?
I think it helps them. I don't know if it helps them overcome, though. I mean, look, this is a team that is just... If LeBron wills it, he can do it, kind of a thing. And they needed something to help bridge that gap, kind of bring his playing time down a little bit for the rest of the season so he can be 100% for the playoffs. Let Kyrie Irving take a little bit of a breather. You know Kevin Love will be back, but in what condition? We hope pretty good. So I think that bringing in a guy like Bogut and bringing in Williams, you're going to get the ball out of LeBron's hands, out of Kyrie's hands, and he can contribute still. It's not like he's a wash-up. He could be the playmaker.
He could be the playmaker. And one thing, too, he won't have to play as much minutes, LeBron. LeBron won't have to play 36 minutes, 39 minutes every single night. So that's one huge thing for LeBron and the Cavs that the rich get richer. And one thing, too, that I'm just going to throw this out here, Dave, because Ricky's not here. Got to throw on the tinfoil hat.
Yep.
It's what if the Cavs go big? Bogut at center, Tristan Thompson at power forward, K-Love at small forward, LeBron's your 2, and then Kyrie Irving's your 1.
What an abomination of a lineup.
Could you picture it, though?
No.
What are your thoughts against the Warriors?
I mean, no.
Do you want to see it at least once?
No, because you don't pound the paint. Like what?
Do you want to see it at least once, Dave?
We're going to bring back to when Bogut could be a dominant center in the league, and we're going to run it through the paint all the time?
Dave, I'm just asking you, do you want to see that lineup once?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Of course you do. I want to fucking see it.
I want to see that lineup as much as I want to see Joel Embiid, Nerlens Noel, Ja, and Ben Simmons on the floor at once.
And TJ McConnell.
And you
trust
can't,
the process.
TJ.
Anyways, biggest losers for me is definitely the Kings, and I just want to drive that home because fuck the Kings.
Kings or Bulls.
Yeah, Kings or Bulls. Biggest winners, Cavs or the Mavericks for me.
That's fair. I agree with Cavs, and I'm still going New Orleans.
Anyways,
too good of a deal to pass up.
Anyways, fantastic discussion on the trade deadline. We're finally done with it, Dave. 5 topics. It was crazy. Thank you. Oh shit. Oh, it's just one of our videos scared me a little bit. Don't forget to check out that one. And also don't forget to check out patreon.com/mostvaluablepodcast. But thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.